first and foremost, I want to say this. Football is back. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Men, and women who love football is back. Best time of the year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are going to dedicate, about 7 months to a team that may ruin our lives if you're not like a Chiefs fan, an Eagles fan. Teams that, are projected to win. You know what I mean? You like me and my fan base. I know we go through a lot, man. It's okay. It's all right. Mark, your team is going through a lot as well. Your quarterback just got spit on. It's cool, though. You know what I mean? We all right. You know what I mean? Oh, but wait a minute. The Chiefs took an L too, though, so we all kind of in the same breath right now. The Chiefs don't usually lose game one. Sorry, Chiefs Nation, I had to put that out there. It's my job. I'm a fake journalist, okay? Listen, Foster Brody, you ready?
I'm ready, baby. Let's get
Marky
it.
Mark, you ready? All right, man, let's do this. Welcome back to the I-70 podcast. It is your boy, Jonathan Little, a.k.a. John. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, man, so you can tap in because it is a suicide prevention month. You understand what I'm saying? So it's only right that I got the individual to my immediate left in the building, because he's qualified to speak on these things. You know what I mean? Because he puts the work in. The message behind his brand, multiple brands and multiple endeavors are behind, just mental health things. So, it's just very important that I got him in the building. It's perfect timing. But let me give my dog his flowers real quick. Let me introduce my guest. Wait a minute. Mental health advocate. Okay, public speaker. He's spoken at Mizzou, Missouri State, and other high schools and universities and companies around Missouri. But he branching out, man. You know what I'm saying? International. We're not going to branch my dog in and say just public speaking. International speaker. You understand what I'm saying? Entrepreneur, owner of Underwater Fly Zone, the store and the podcast. Make sure you tap in right now. He got a shirt that's going crazy. The Your Life is Worth It t-shirt, hoodie. Make sure you tap in, man. I thought you had it on right now.
Yeah,
okay.
I do got it on. It's on the back. It's on the back.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sir.
I got none other than Foster Huggins in the building, man.
Let's go.
Coming through.
I appreciate you, man. Marky Mark in the back, all the boys, and then John, man. You guys bringing me in here. The vibes were nice, and I actually got a little present for y'all. I mean, it's just some stickers, bro.
No, because look, I'm gonna tell you where this is gonna go. Look
you
at
already
that.
know. I kind of peeped that.
Every episode, bro. Every time somebody give me one of these, bro, I smack it right here, bro.
It's kind of a big one, so it'll take up a lot of room.
It's gonna go right there. That's all it is.
Go,
I'm gonna sit right here. So now listen, bro. I want to get into it because your story. Because for me, I always like to say, for people who don't know you, if they just see you online, they just see content, they may not get the full view of who Foster really is. So tell me about where are you born and raised?
Born and raised Lee Summit, Missouri, but I got to say I do represent Lee Summit, but I also represent Raymore, Missouri. I went to Ray Peck, so the way our neighborhood split up, right?
Right.
Live in Lee Summit, but I went to Ray Peck High School, so I represent Ray Peck High School, and then I went up to Northwest Missouri State for college. So our brand actually started in Maryville. So shout out Maryville.
Shout out Maryville, that's right.
And then our merch gets printed in Kansas City. So on the shirt, we say Kansas City, Missouri. So I rep a couple different places, but they're all pretty local, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But I was born and raised Lee Summit, and that's where I live currently.
And then let me ask you this, bro. If I was to ask somebody from like your high school, could they see this, Foster? You know what I mean?
It depends who you ask.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But you know what's crazy? Oh my goodness, man! I love. I already know this is going to be a great episode. Because that question you just asked just unlocked a memory that I had not even thought of until this very moment. But
this is podcasting, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Foster. Go ahead, tell us, bro.
So one of my homies from high school, she hit me up. She's like, hey, I want to come buy some merch. It was when we just were starting.
Yep.
She comes over. She buys like 5 shirts. And she was like, we had a little friend group. She's like, we always knew you were going to be great. We were just waiting on you to find it.
That's right.
And then
shout out to her. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out Alicia. Man, it was when she said that, it was incredible because I feel like when I was in high school, I had confidence in myself, but I was like keeping it to myself, if that makes sense. And I almost didn't believe in my ability. But what I've learned recently is that the only limitations we face in life are the limitations we put on ourselves. So that's why whenever you probably looked up in my speaking bio, it says international speaker.
Yes, sir.
But I ain't speak internationally yet. But I already know it's coming, so I'm just going to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's why I put it in the notes, though.
Yeah, so I don't want to even limit myself to anything. And then even, we did speak I got to speak up at Turner Construction 2 weeks ago, up in Iowa. So that was a crazy experience.
Shout out my people in Iowa. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Waterloo, all the small towns in Iowa, not just the big shit. Waterloo, places like that. You understand?
Waterloo?
Waterloo.
Shout out Waterloo. That's where my grandparents live.
Hey, look, Mark, I know that right there in that moment, you wonder how the hell do John know about Waterloo, Iowa? Stay out of my personal business, okay?
Hey, man.
I've lived a life, you know what I'm saying? Just mind your business.
My grandpa owns a business in Waterloo.
Yeah, shout out to all my people at Waterloo. That's right.
Yeah, man. I got family all over Iowa.
Yeah.
Bro.
So high school, you said something very, something that just, basically opened up my brain when you was like, you hit it. You had the confidence, but like what you do now, you kind of kept it to yourself.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do that, bro. And I did the same. Even with this podcast, this is my first time going, wait a minute, I got something. I don't know what it is, but I know I can talk. I know I can do public speaking. First and foremost, public speaking I always got a good grade in public speaking.
Yeah.
Bro, I could walk up without nothing written, Mark, I swear to God, bro, and do it. You heard the story, but in college at K-State, public speaking was like, you're going to get an F if you don't do nothing, so you might as well just get up there and do something.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got up there and did it. And I was like, so I'm glad I get to talk to my dog because he's really doing it, with a message behind it. He's really going to universities and companies and things like that. So we'll get to that. That's later on in the interview.
Okay. I was going to
That's later on.
right now. We'll hold on.
Yeah, that's later on. So where did the idea of Underwater Fly Zone come from? The store and the podcast. Give me both.
Yeah, so here's the deal, man. So back when I was in high school, I had my best friend, grew up with this kid. Me and my brother considered him our third brother, right?
That's right.
And we spent so much time with this dude. He'd come to family stuff with us. This was like truly a brother to us. And he ended up, no one saw it coming. He took his own life.
Gotcha.
And it was a straight blindside. I remember the day I found out, it was like the most pure form of shock, bro. Like completely tore me up for a long time, as you could imagine. But as time passed, I just realized, I had learned so many lessons through that pain that I went through. And just a message to anyone watching, there's purpose in your pain, and
right.
I realized that there's purpose in that pain I went through. There's a reason God allowed me to go through that. So I just had this idea that I wanted to start a podcast and just kind of share and bring guests on and kind of get into their deep stories. And, the more vulnerable you are, the more of an impact you can make. So I always tell my guests that when they come on my podcast. And man, honestly, I got the name Underwater Fly Zone from a Trippie Redd song.
That's right.
Yeah, if you look up Underwater Fly Zone, you'll see my stuff, and then you'll see like a Trippie Redd song. You're like, wait a second. Yeah,
the marketing.
The name, right? So the name of that song kind of resonated with me. I don't know what his meaning was behind it, but my personal meaning is like this, right? So you look at a pond or a lake. When you're out on a boat, you're looking at the water. You can't see everything underneath it. You can only see the surface, right? And that's how people are as well.
That's right.
And that's kind of the whole meaning behind what we do is, my best friend, we were with him the day before he passed away. And we had no idea.
Yeah.
Not even one clue that he was going through anything. So it really it really tore me up, but this has given me an opportunity to take that situation and take some light out of it, because life is not about what you go through, it's about how you respond to it.
That's right.
So I really have been pushing that podcast. But here's the deal. So you asked about both. The podcast we started, it was literally me in my garage with a borrowed microphone, borrowed laptop.
Yeah.
I didn't even invest anything. And I didn't even put it on video. It was just on Spotify, just an audio recording. And man, it kind of got some good feedback.
Yeah.
It started to get some traction. And then so I did a merch drop. And one merch drop led to another merch drop that led to another merch drop that led to us basically now being more known as a clothing brand than a podcast. So, and just for you, bro, you don't even know where this is going to take you, because I never knew, bro. Right now, as we speak right now, there is an event, Underwater Fly Zone event, going on about 10 minutes from here in the Crossroads.
Right now. That's right. Look, that just shows what type of entrepreneur this gentleman is. Because listen, this man, he went and got set up, like when we was setting the times up and everything. We was having because I got work and mandatory overtime, this, that, and third. So bro has a pop-up shop going on as we speak that he left from. And when he done hustling here, talking to John I-70, he gonna go back to that. You know what I'm saying? So, but now before we move away, bro, because you allowed me to segue into a question I was gonna ask you a little bit later.
Okay.
But since we're talking about it, with your friend passing.
Yeah. At
that moment, I want to ask you about what did it do to you mentally then? And what has it done to you mentally now, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so I say this, if you know me, you've probably heard me say this. I feel like when someone's in that spot and they feel like ending their life will get rid of their problems, they think committing that act will disappear the problems, but what it actually does, from my experience, is it takes those problems and it passes them straight to everybody you love. Like those suicidal thoughts don't disappear.
That's right.
They just get passed to the people that love you. So I would be lying, bro. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't experiencing some of that myself. And for me, I knew that was never an action that I would take, but just the thoughts I was having, I'm like, man, this is it was tearing me up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. And I kept it to myself. I was raised, and I just believed. My parents didn't raise me like this, but I just kind of had this belief about life that strong men don't show emotion, right?
That's a sentiment I think a lot of men men watching this and around the world can, especially here in the United States. We taught as men to harbor feelings. Be a man, toughen up, don't cry.
For sure.
So you're right.
Yeah, and what I realized then is that that's actually the weakest thing I can do, because that's the easy thing.
Right.
It's very difficult to be vulnerable. It's very difficult to show emotion, because then you're putting yourself out there as perceived by some as weak. But if you actually realize what's going on in those moments when you're being vulnerable and feeling those emotions, you're setting your future self up for success. Because if you hold that stuff in, if you never actually feel those emotions, you just hold it in, keep trucking it through, try to quote unquote good vibe your way through it, that emotion's never going to leave, and it's going to affect you years down the road.
Yes,
bro,
sir.
I have a full-time job as a roofing salesman. I sell roofs. And there was this guy this past week, man. He was so mad at the world. I was so just confused why he was so angry. Like I had my ladder up on his gutter, and he was like cussing me out and stuff. Yeah. It was like a crazy experience, but my thought was this dude probably went through some trauma back in his past that he never healed from. So that's caused him to be a bitter person.
Was he an older gentleman?
Yeah, like 70 years old, something like that. I mean, he definitely had been through something that he never healed from. So now he's being affected in his later years. So that goes to say that's, in my opinion, a weak way to deal with things. The very strong thing to do is to actually heal. You know what I'm saying? We need to heal. We need a world where people are okay with healing. We need a world where people desire the fulfillment that comes from the healed version of themselves, if that makes sense. But yeah, man, basically that's how I was feeling at the time. But crazy story is 2 days before the 1 year anniversary of my friend passing away, another kid that lives local took his own life as well. And I didn't know him, but I knew his cousins. Right. And I reached out to his cousins that day, and they told me, they said, Foster, you reaching out to me today saved my life. I'm no savior. I don't claim to be a savior, but they did say that. And when they said that, I realized, man, I need to, get back in the driver's seat, put the seatbelt on, put it in drive and go. I need to stop sitting back, letting this destroy me. And that's when I really started to reach out to people, really started to heal from it. And then I really found purpose. And then it was about 3 years later that I started the podcast. Right. So through that 3 years, I was just healing, becoming the best version of myself that I could be at the time. And then, start the podcast, and now it's and then today, how I feel about it now,
yes, sir.
I could talk about this like with no sadness. I have no pain about this. I can come here and openly share about this, and I don't feel any sort of sadness. I actually feel like I'm honoring him, and I'm honoring myself, bro. Because listen to this. This is something I actually don't really ever talk about. Okay. When he passed away, every year I would make a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year tribute video, 4 year tribute video. The 5th year, I realized, man, I'm living my life just in honor of him, which is good, but I've lost myself in that. Anybody that has known me for the past 10 years, you've never heard me say this, but it's so true. I lost myself in those tribute videos.
I heard that, bro.
I heard a quote. Here's the quote. You die twice. Once when you take your last breath, and once when your name's said for the last time. So I've made it my goal to never let Kyle's name die. That was like my life goal. That's right. And it got to the point where I was like, this goal has consumed me, and I feel like I've died. Like I've lost myself, man. I'm
with you, brother.
So I dropped that last tribute video, and 2 months later I started the Underwater Fly Zone. Right. And the Underwater Fly Zone, yes, it honors Kyle, but it also is like, I feel like it's me, taking my life back fully, and like fully living my full purpose, know? So anyways, that was pretty deep. I didn't even expect to say all that today, but I really am glad you brought that up, man.
Thank you. And at the same time, honestly, doing this, y'all, like I'm still learning. This episode 120 for me, but like I always tell people, I'm still learning this podcast thing because you try to ask certain questions, but I want to make sure that you was even comfortable with sharing that with us. So thank you.
Dude, I told you
for sharing that with us, bro.
Like I said earlier, the more you open up, the more authentic you could be, the more of a difference you'll make, you know? So I'm open for anything, bro.
So now let me ask you this. Are we currently speaking, because now in today's time, 2025, the topic of mental health with men is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Are we currently changing the narrative of how our grandfathers and fathers were raised and raised us? Are we changing that narrative to where men can now be open, vulnerable, cry maybe? Are we changing the narrative?
I feel like we need to with the way the world is currently. You know, I feel like with the push of social media has a lot of positives. Social media has changed our lives.
Let's get into that. Yes,
social media. Without social media, we would never have met right now. We'd never be doing this right now.
Fact.
And the people watching this that are going to take something away from this would never have that experience. Underwater Fly Zone wouldn't exist without social media. Truly, I don't think I could do it without social media.
You can't do it without social media in today's time.
No.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Man, that's just a message to anybody out there who want to be an entrepreneur like this gentleman to my left, have a podcast, have a brand. I guarantee you, if you was to ask him, you have to use social media. It's the best marketing now. If you're not marketing, you dead in the water.
Yeah. Go try to do a podcast without social media. What's that going to be, bro?
And look, this I always say, Foster, if you are not famous, you can't just want to do a podcast without the work.
Oh, my goodness.
It's not going to work.
Yes, not at all.
It's not going to work. I was listening to an episode, I think it was your last episode, you and your homeboy was on there, and you was like, the momentum of it.
Oh my goodness, man! You did listen because
I did, bro. When
that.
your momentum stopped, is rough, and I'm telling you, that's what got me to 120 episodes, because I'm like, bro, I just don't want to stop, bro. I just want to keep going, keep going. But I got a little passion. Y'all know I love podcasts, man. I love this, man. And because you also said in that episode as well that you love doing what you do.
Yeah, genuinely love it.
And I give that message to young entrepreneurs or people who just want to be entrepreneurs. Just about, you gotta love it or you gonna quit.
Definitely, because you know what happened to me this week?
Talk to me.
I get a letter in the mail from our friend Uncle Sam, bro. I guess I forgot to file a portion of taxes in 2024. I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm gonna tell y'all because I want to tell y'all this. Bro, I had to go to my CPA. I had to drop 5 figures this week in taxes that I didn't know. Which that means we had a great year.
Right.
But it also means like, dang, bro. So first of all, I went to school to be a PE teacher. I never took no business class. I never intended to own a business. This is God's plan. This wasn't my plan.
Talk about it now.
But here's what happened, bro. Here's what happened, man. I didn't realize that you got to pay income tax and sales tax. I'm kind of dumb. Someone watching this thinks I'm dumb. I admit, I am a little dumb. I'm getting started, bro.
What's the saying, Mark? The man who knows everything knows nothing. God damn it. I learned that.
I'll admit, I may not be the smartest businessman. I'm just getting started, bro.
That's right.
So I filed income tax, and I thought I was good. Well, it turns out I wasn't good because I got this letter, and it was like 10 grand. It sucked, bro. So anyways, if I didn't love this, I would have quit this week because you don't understand. I haven't felt anger in a long time. I really don't get very angry, but I was very mad at this situation, bro. I was like, how could I be so stupid? I was mad at myself. I was mad at the world.
Yeah.
And because we work so hard, bro. We have a team. Shout out Michael Thomas at the event right now. My boy Michael Thomas holding my table, the booth down right now. Shout out to you. Shout out to my brother Carson, my wife. My wife don't get enough credit. I do want to bring that up later tonight today.
I got you. Don't worry about it. I
gotta give my wife more credit because I wouldn't be here without her, bro. Like genuinely, this brand wouldn't be anything without her. She is the behind the scenes, bro. And shout out to Macy Huggins, my wife. And then my brother Carson, my brother Jack. He's not actually my brother, but we call him my brother.
Your brother, like you said, your brother.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a team that is committed to this as well. It's not just me. So shout out to all of them, bro. I heard a quote. It's not about who has the best brand. It's about who has the best team. But low key, I think we might have both though. So
listen, and I'm so glad you said that because that old, or not, I wouldn't say old, that way of thinking of I'm gonna just do this by myself. Hey, listen, take it from me. I have a phenomenal team.
Yeah, no, I know.
Bro spoke on it when he walked in.
Yeah,
my team is official. We really do this. Mark sit in the back. I won't give a damn what. Mark gonna make sure these cameras rolling. He gonna make sure the lights is good. He gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, he start the episode before I'm ready. You understand what I'm saying? But your team, bro, like you gotta have your team. Bro just spoke about it. his brand is doing what it's doing because his team is committed, not just him. He may be who you see, the spokesperson, the one, at the, public speaking events and things like that, but he's sitting there doing a podcast with me and his business is going because of his team. So shout out to Mike, you know what I'm saying? My dog Mike over there holding it down.
Yeah, and shout out to your team as well, bro. Like, I already said it once, but when I walked in here, I knew this was different, bro. Like, I already know.
But Foster, don't give them too much credit, bro. I like to keep, I know you praise your team. I like to keep my team very humble.
That's fair, bro.
Hey, Mark, I love you, baby.
That's fair.
Now, listen, let me ask you this because I want to segue it into what you just spoke about. The importance of your wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think too often with this social media thing, we have men out here who make entire platforms about you don't need women and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
I can't be on that boat with you because I can't wait till I find me my one. But let me ask you this, Foster. Just elaborate a little bit more on how your wonderful wife enables you to do what you do.
Yeah. Well, a woman could build you into your absolute best self better than you could ever be alone. Mm. She could also turn you into a zombie, bro. Like, so she could turn you into a beast, bro. Like a negative beast. You know what I'm saying? Lying. Yeah, bro. So my wife has turned me into a version of myself that I never even knew was possible, bro. Because here's the deal. Like, I know that I could come on here and do this podcast, do this pop-up. I have 2 speaking events this week. I could do those. And they could all flop. I could get, ridiculed, whatever. It could go bad, right? Mm-hmm. And then I still am successful because I got my wife at home that makes great dinner. She keeps our house clean, bro. I say house, apartment. Keeps our apartment clean, bro. I would love, because her dream and my dream would be for her to be stay at home, not have to work. But she's still working though, bro.
I know that's right.
Yeah, like she believes in me so fully. Like she's the one more than anyone I honestly, it's hard to even explain with words what she does for me.
I know that's right, bro.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, dude, on my worst days, I come home and it's still the best day ever. You know what I'm saying? This week when I got that tax letter, I was so mad, and I come home and I have the best night ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, and I only ask that because me personally, y'all, I love seeing men with good women in their lives. Like, they just, like how bro is, his vibe just different. Like, because like he said, he could be having the worst day, but when he come home, he got his person.
Yeah, and I'm very content with what I have because I don't need anything else. I already got everything because I have her.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out to all the good wives out there, all the good women
real.
propping their men up. And the biggest thing I take from it, man, you said she believe in you, bro.
Yes.
I think with most men, that right there, that little nugget, that mean a lot, bro. When a woman really believe in you and like, hey, no, baby, you go be great. I got you.
Yeah.
Man, ain't nothing like that, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, ain't nothing like that.
Yeah, and then it's also, it's work on the man as well. I mean, you got to be somebody that she's going to believe in. You
Talk
know
about
what I'm
it
saying?
now.
Yeah, you got to, are you in the gym? Are you in the word with God? Are you the type of person when people are around that you uplift the room, or are you that guy tearing everybody down? Who's going to believe in that? You know what I'm saying? So it goes on the man to do the work himself. And then after that, it's very easy for a woman to believe in you, pour into you. Whenever you're someone that, anybody would pour into, truthfully.
And that's where you got to do the work on yourself now.
Definitely, man. So don't overlook that. There's so much more we could talk about that, but I gotta finish the point I was making earlier about social media, because we got a little off.
We did.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I want to bring us back because this, it's very important, the second part of this, because social media, so positive in so many ways. But then you got the comparison. I don't know if you struggle with it. I struggled with it bad about 2 years ago when I just comparing myself to these kids, 21-year-old in a Lambo.
Yeah, man.
And then the problem with that is you don't know what's really going on there. Do they got some inheritance? Who'd they scam? I mean, there might be some legit dudes out there. I'm not gonna say there's not.
You telling the truth.
But you really don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, they might have some like family money, and now they're flexing, saying, "Oh, I made this through this social media, business model." Then you really get into it and you realize, man, this is cap.
For sure. And listen, and not even to cut your wisdom, Foster, bro. For me, I always say with social media, it's beautiful, but it's ugly.
Yeah,
there is a very nasty, atrocious side to social media.
Yeah.
Right? To where now, and I feel for the youth, because the youth are more, they're very impressionable. They would believe this. us as adults who are actually paying bills, paying taxes,
Yeah.
we know, hey, I could make it look good.
Definitely.
Trust me, this gentleman here, he doing fine in his business. He could give you all the glitz and the glamours, but he chose to be transparent. So for social media with me, it's a tough one, man, because if you allow it to consume you completely, I think it leads you in the wrong direction because it's not real in my opinion. There's real people on social media, but social media isn't real. Social media is a marketing tool.
Yeah, and who's going to post their bad moments? Go to my Instagram right now. Are you going to see anything about a tax letter that I got this week? No, but you're going to see a post about a Kansas City event going on right now.
You understand what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And why would I post something about it? Like,
exactly.
That's not good content. So, you know, it just, the comparison's really rough. And then I'm sure you've had some viral clips. And you know what happens when you get a viral clip. If you get seen by 500,000, 1 million, 2 million people.
I know where you're going with this.
There's some nasty people out there in those comments.
Listen
it's
to
crazy,
me.
Bro.
On my clips that don't get no real traction, maybe 20 comments, 30 comments, it's all love.
Yeah.
I got two clips that went viral, technically speaking. I don't even know what viral means. I just know when I see over 1,000 comments, it's viral.
Yeah, definitely.
Majority of the comments are hateful comments, bro.
Oh, my goodness. So bad, bro.
So if you think you finna go viral and majority of it's gonna be love, and look, that's social media. You could post a picture about a puppy, Mark. Beautiful puppy. There's going to be somebody in your comment section that says something negative about you and this puppy.
For real.
I hope he got all his shots.
Yeah.
I hope you not just, this is a puppy. What are you talking about? I'm just trying to share some beauty out here. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean?
So true, man.
Now listen, Foster bro, we in the interview, right? You had questions. I want to make sure you get yours in. Do you have them or do you want me to keep rolling with me?
Hey, we can keep going. Keep going.
Let's do it.
It's just a matter of like, with that whole social media thing and with the state of the world, bro, we have to, if you don't hear anything else from our intention of why I do what I do, I want you to hear that we're just trying to switch the culture, bro. Because I feel like the culture for so long, growing up, 2016, great music, dark music though. Do you know who my favorite artists were? X, Love X.
Uh-huh.
That was some deep music. I think that was good. But then I got Lil Peep. I loved Lil Peep. I loved Suicide Boys. This was the culture.
It was.
And it was, I mean, if you listen to that music long enough, it's not going to benefit. I found comfort in depression through this music. And I feel like the whole culture, I mean, it wasn't just me. They had millions upon millions of listeners.
Yeah, for sure.
X was one of the most famous artist of all time, and he's inspired a lot of the way I live, honestly. Like I obviously Jesus is my top inspiration, who I model my life after, but X honestly is a huge, outside of my family,
for sure.
X is a huge inspiration in my life. But even that, like, the culture was just a depressed culture. So what I'm trying to do here in 2025 is change that culture. If I can't do it globally, I'm at least going to do it here in the city. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you see our design and if you live in Kansas City and you see our design, if you go out 10 times, you'll probably see one of our shirts at least once, maybe more than once.
And y'all got good shirts over there, bro. It's not like,
I appreciate
it's a beautiful message, but the merch looks good.
Dude, I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, some people slap a good message on some bad shit, and it's like, all right, the message is great, but this is some shit.
Well, and shout out to Connor Olson for the design. I'm not going to lie.
Connor Olson. Oh.
Yeah, Brad Pulls is his Instagram. Shout out Brad Pulls. We really worked on this design together. It was my brains, but I'm not a good technology guy. So he's the one that put this together on Canva, of all places.
Come on now.
Our biggest design through Canva.
Come on, man.
Like, come on, it's crazy.
And like
man.
you said, though, that's why it's beauty in a team. It's beauty in collaboration.
Yeah.
You had the idea. He was able to take that idea and make it to what it's becoming, and what it, that's just beautiful. Now, listen. Let me take a break in action, Foster. Hey, look, let me ask you something, Mark. Yeah, you thought I was gonna leave you out of this episode. Let me tap into about your Cowboys real briefly, brother.
Oh yeah.
Your quarterback got spit on by Jalen Carter. Phenomenal defensive tackle for the Eagles. How are you feeling? And y'all also lost post Micah trade. How are you feeling as a Cowboy? First weekend of the NFL season, how are you feeling as a Cowboys fan, brother? And look, don't be honest, Mark,
Positive. I'm actually positive.
Okay.
Because even with that, I mean, obviously Micah could have made. It's woulda, shoulda, coulda. I mean, we don't know. He's hurt himself.
Game was close.
Yeah, game was close. We didn't play with Micah. They didn't play with Jalen Carter. So it's very different in terms of defense. However, our defense stepped up. I mean, Saquon had, 15 carries for 60 yards?
Yeah.
That's really good on us. I mean, besides Lamb dropping 4 major passes,
it was 3. It was 3.
I mean, he dropped one in the first.
Was it 4?
He dropped some pretty. He dropped 4 of them. Yeah,
Damn, CD,
just
bad.
ones he should have caught.
Yeah.
Ones you have to catch.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, we're talking about one possession game. We had a fumble. I mean, we killed ourselves. We could have easily beaten the Eagles. So I'm in the positive ranking that the Eagles very beatable this year.
Very beatable.
Very beatable.
That's what I'm looking at too, though.
And in the same regard, if we're talking football, Chiefs. Very
Hold
beatable.
on, wait a minute. I'm gonna let Foster get
I know.
the
We'll get there.
Relax,
I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the top teams right now.
Yeah.
This is the most anybody's year ever.
You think? Well, wait, Mark, baby, we ain't even seen everybody play yet.
I know,
everybody
but
can look bad.
No, I mean, the next important game is Ravens, Bills.
Mm-hmm.
So that, depending on that, is going to determine probably who's going to make it all the way.
But the Chargers. But wait a minute, I'm gonna go to Foster.
Chargers are looking positive, man.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, we'll go back
about what your feelings on Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott. Do you feel like he deserves a 1-game suspension? Do you feel like it should be one under the bridge? You got some people saying Dak spit at him, but he definitely didn't spit on him. They say Dak spit in his direction from the footage. What are your thoughts on the spitting incident?
It was major disrespect. I mean, you can't do that. I mean, imagine any other scenario, and I don't like. And first of all, I hate if this is ever an argument. Just imagine if that was a white player. Imagine if that was a white player who spit on a black
Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
As a black man, I'm with you, Mark.
Yeah,
I like where you're going with that.
Yeah, just imagine it would have been turned into the world's biggest incident.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just such major disrespect. I don't think he should be suspended a bunch of games. I think the 1-game suspension, him being kicked out of the game, that was fine. Don't do it again. But the league is in what they say that they're really cracking down on sportsmen like this year. So.
I mean, spitting, like I said before, bro.
You spit on him. I mean,
I've never spit on nobody, bro, and I would never spit on nobody. That's just, for me, I don't know, bro. You spit on the ground. You know what I mean? That's saliva. That's when you trying to get something out. You know what I mean?
I gotta agree with you there, because, I mean, dude, I don't care how bad it is. That's just nasty.
That's just nasty. Wait a minute. Look, weird, I gotta collect saliva in my mouth and you know what I'm saying, project it at you, bro.
He sent out a nice loogie with it too. I mean, that was on the camera, bro. They paused it, put a little arrow down to it.
You know how these 6K cameras is now, Foster. Let me switch to you, bro.
All right.
Since the Chiefs have been successful, 3-time reigning AFC champions and all that, Super Bowl champions, I can't remember the last time they lost week 1 under Pat's regime. Thank you.
2 years ago.
3 years
Game
ago.
We won the Super Bowl that year too. But I'll tell you this. We looked good 2 years ago when we lost that first game. Last night, we looked like we did it in the Super Bowl. The only difference was the Eagles were one of the best teams ever assembled in the Super Bowl. We were playing the Chargers last night, so we actually kind of kept it close. But, man, I'm not going to lie, that didn't look too promising last night. I didn't like what I saw, but at the same time, I did like a couple things I saw. You see Mahomes?
You still doing Mahomes magic. Mahomes magic isn't something that's going away.
Dog, listen to me, bro. He made 2 throws last night. He's the only quarterback where I just shake my head and go, how do you do that, bro? He do plays that other quarterbacks try to do and get ridiculed for because it don't work.
Yeah, definitely.
They'll try some shit Pat do. It'll be an interception, and we killing them on, platforms and ESPN and everything like that. Bro, that pass he threw to Hollywood Brown, dog. When he was running toward the, bro, let me take a sip of my yak.
No, did you realize when he threw that he didn't really get a step off? His foot skimmed the ground and
on the money.
Yeah,
Hollywood had to slow down a little bit, but obviously this motherfucker chasing me, and I got to do it anyway. But as far as game 1. How you feeling though for the season? You feel like y'all still going?
Oh, we still gonna win Super Bowl, but it just might not look as good as Actually, last year didn't even look too good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Last year we did go 15-2. I don't really even count that second loss because that was all of our backups. But bro, it didn't look too good last year. But we found a way to win all of them. Last night we didn't even have the targets to pull it off. Because we got Rice out. Worthy, I'm just gonna say it. If we see him again this year, I'll be surprised because Bro, I looked bad. I don't know. I thought I looked bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I also like to set myself up just not to be let down. So
I hear that.
maybe
I
I'm
hear
just
that.
got so he might come back week 10 or something. I don't think he's not back next week.
Y'all got Pat though, bro. Like listen, if anybody else was in this situation because I think the most impressive thing Patrick Mahomes did was that Super Bowl y'all won 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That run was let me go. Yeah, Pat Mahomes one of them. I already did, but it was like with that talent, you win a Super Bowl.
That was the year we beat the Dolphins. Everybody's saying they got the best offense.
Yeah.
Beat them. Go to Baltimore. Everybody's saying we're cooked. Beat them at Baltimore. Go to the Bills. All right, it's over here. Beat them. Then we go play the 49ers, best roster ever assembled. Beat them too. Yeah. I mean, come on, no, that was the best. I will agree with you there.
That was the most impressive thing I seen Pat do.
And that was our quote unquote bad year.
Exactly.
Bro. Like that was crazy.
Shout out to y'all defense though. Y'all definitely.
Well, it was a bad year offensively, but every year defensively. But last night defense did not look
bad.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, it definitely it didn't look good. But now at the same time, we talking sports. Before I get off sports, huge KU fan.
You know what? I am a huge. I did grow up huge KU fan. They play MU today. They play Mizzou today. But now listen to this. So listen to this.
Yeah,
I'm still a KU fan.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was literally like, bro. I used to go to school. You probably heard this on the podcast.
I did. No, that's why
I got the KU
y'all.
socks, KU shorts, KU shirt, KU hat. I was like that kid. I'd get made fun of for it. But anyways, bro. Now that I started a business, right? I've been doing Mizzou events. Mizzou puts on different. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to all my Mizzou supporters.
Shout out to Columbia, baby.
All those Mizzou supporters out there in Columbia, yeah, shout out. So I'm not gonna lie. If Mizzou beats Kansas tonight, I'm okay with it because Mizzou is different. I love that place, man, and it's sad, but like the more I get into business, the less I care about like who's what players on this. I care about. Okay, I go to Mizzou and I kill it. I gotta love that school, bro.
You have to.
So MIZ. A lot of y'all never thought I'd say that. MIZ, baby, ZOU. But low-key, I still will be rooting for KU. I just can't. I just can't root for MU over KU still. I'm sorry,
but we talking sports and business, like you said.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna forever be diehard KU, but hey, numbers don't lie, brother. You know what I mean? You are a businessman.
Yeah, and I go to KU.
You'll go to KU, but Mizzou, I think I heard on the podcast you did record numbers when you went to Mizzou at one point, right?
Yes, I did record numbers, and then that was actually the only time I've been there for a full event because the other time I had to come back early for a Kansas City Fashion Week was the same night, and then last time my dog was really sick or something. He was down bad. I thought I wasn't going to get to go, but
I'm a dog owner, man.
He ended up being all right, so we good. But
thank you, bro. Appreciate for letting me know because I get worried when people dog.
Definitely.
Now, them individuals back there, they don't like dogs, especially that motherfucker right there. Hey, don't start lying with Foster sitting here. You know you don't like dogs, bro. I've been in your house. I seen how y'all treat your dog, bro. You don't have a dog, but you have a family dog. But we ain't gonna get into all that. See, look, you see what I'm talking about? So you see what I'm saying? My bad, Foster, for cutting your wisdom, bro. My bad, bro. Yeah, it's a goddamn shame, bro.
That's funny.
You gotta get yourself together, brother. Now, look, Eastside, bro, grab the mic. Since you are right here, brother, I need your advice on something. Or not your advice, but your thoughts. What are your thoughts, brother, as we get closer to this Canelo Alvarez Bud Crawford fight? You still standing on your point. You got Bud winning.
Well, I had my my second $50 bet.
So you 100 in?
Yeah, I'm 100 in.
Okay. On Bud.
On Bud.
Okay.
So I'll say this the only thing I'm gonna say about it.
Okay, talk about it now.
Canelo picked the worst fight to go out on because he's at the back end of his career.
Okay, I'm with you, baby.
He did it for the people, for the money,
he did.
For the sport.
Yeah.
But it's going to go the distance, and Crawford is going to work his ass the entire 12 rounds.
Now, you're not worried about Crawford coming up? What? Is the heaviest he going to ever be?
No.
We've never seen Crawford fight at this weight? Okay. So you don't think that's a concern?
Not at all, because one, he's meeting the weight.
Okay.
And two, some fighters just got a dog in them that it don't matter who they're going up against. As long as they're not a whole 50 pounds different, he'll be all right, because he's just that type of fighter.
Yeah.
The ferocity, Yeah.
So that's how you feel on that?
Yep.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I get you in here, man. Now, Foss, I got a question for you.
All right.
I love to give advice to the youth, especially somebody, because honestly speaking, bro, because you go to our universities,
Yes.
You go to our high schools. You talk to the youth. You are impacting the youth with your message, with your brand. So first and foremost, brother, thank you for that.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Because for me, I see the importance in that. And I do this podcast, but, man, I want to affect the youth so bad, bro, because it's like they next.
Yeah, definitely.
So my question to you is this. As an entrepreneur, what advice would you give that young woman, that young man who see, foster, and want to emulate and be like you, follow your footsteps and be an entrepreneur? What is some piece of advice that you would give to them?
Do you know what it is, man? It sounds so simple, but love people, bro. Don't just repost the Instagram thing on your story and call that. Nah, bro. Love people. Like, every person you interact with, show love to them. It don't matter, what side of the political aisle they're on. It don't matter, what.
That boy Foster talking that shit, man.
It don't matter if they're, whatever, bro. Love love people, because you never know who you're talking to. That's what people always ask me, how do you get in all these schools? Bro, it's because I met this person who knew this person, who talked to this person, who then that person talked to their counselor, and then that counselor, matter of fact, didn't just ask me to come, but she paid me to come. So it's like, man, because, I was showing, and I show love because I love people genuinely, but it also has a nice, karma
it's a reward,
effect.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Because, bro, like I will say, I say a lot of the time that anybody can do what I do, but then I think back to it and I'm like, they can, but they got to start in, like, middle school. Because even from, like, middle school, I was showing love to every single person. Bro, there's this guy that we were not in the same friend. I actually didn't really have a friend group back in high school or anything, but there was this guy that he wasn't an athlete. He wasn't any of my same interests. We didn't share any interests, bro.
Yeah.
But I always showed love to this guy, bro. This guy is now the general manager at the Raymore Culvers. People are always like, how are you doing all these Culvers events? My guy's hooking me up, bro.
Hey, man, so listen, I'm sorry to cut your wisdom. First of all, I love fucking Culver. So if you could, I need to get him in for an interview because, Mark, I go to Culver's all the time.
All right,
bro.
Say less, bro. I will let him
I got to get him in for an interview. We can talk nothing but Culver's. We can talk Butterburger, you know what I mean?
That man may be he might be one of your best guests.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, but come on, bro. I'm going to tap in with you, bro, because, I got to get that one, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody else out here doing Culver interviews, you know what I mean?
Shout out Alec Rath, man. And so, but just from being cool with him in high school.
Yeah.
I know I was just being, a loving person. He's a good dude. He's a human being. I'm just gonna be a respectful, kind person to him. And guess what? Now he ends up being the GM at the Culvers already, bro. This dude's like 24, 25.
Shout out to him, bro.
Yeah, man, he's killing it. So and thanks to, so that's the advice I'd give to a young entrepreneur. Thanks to you just being a good person to people, being a loving person to people, you would never believe. And also, my first merch drops, they were kind of trash. I won't even lie.
Talk about it now.
If you go back to our Instagram page, scroll all the way down, go back to some of our first posts, you'll see our.
I did.
Yeah, and you probably saw our merch.
I did.
And that's probably why he said talk about it now, because he probably knew that's trash.
No. Listen. That's just my job, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm a fake journalist, y'all. I do my research. I go all the way to the.
He went down there and he's seen it, so he can attest for me. It was not what it is today.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it was not what it is today, man. But you know what? We still moved thousands of pieces back.
Talk about it now.
We moved merch back then with not very good quality, not very good designs, a good message, but but people still bought it like crazy, and it's because of the way I don't like to talk myself up like this, but I really did show love to people in high school, college. I'd never had like a tight friend group. I was just kind of friends with everybody. And because of that, everybody wanted to support when I started this. So that's what I would say. Protect your reputation. Big thing too, don't make decisions based on emotions, because that sometimes ruins your reputation, because a lot of times if we act on emotion, it ends up being a very bad decision. And if you make enough bad decisions, some people just aren't going to mess with you, bro. So one thing about me is I've never drank in my life, bro.
Really?
I've never drank before.
Man, you sound like my partner Chris, bro. Shout out my dog Chris Collins.
I want to stay healthy. I stuff like that, but I also I care so much about my reputation. I see some of my friends make very bad decisions when they're on under the influence.
Oh, I've made some in my life. Yeah,
I know.
Off that Hennessy, man.
I have a guy. That's too funny. But I know a guy that's in jail right now for doing something crazy. And it's just like, man, I just really want to protect what God's allowed us to build through this, bro. Because we've really built something special, and
that's right.
And it takes a lifetime to build a reputation, and it takes one moment to destroy it.
Seconds, not even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
so
that's real.
It's something to really think about, you know?
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say about that, for real. That's my best advice, I would say. And that's not even any real hardcore business advice. It's not about investing here, investing there. It's about how are you as a human? Because my business thrives the more I put work into myself, the more my business will thrive.
Right. And the reason why what you say is so true, bro, and here's why, you know, I love doing podcasting, bro, because, bro, I can sit down with somebody like yourself, bro. We may come from different walks of life, but we the same. Bro, I was quiet the entire time you was talking, bro, because everything you said is exactly how I was growing up.
Let's go.
This is a fact. Like, listen to me, y'all. If y'all are a fan of the podcast, y'all know I'm from the projects of St. Louis. I went to school in the suburbs. I was friends with everybody. The gang members, the suburban kids wearing the Aeropostale and the Abercrombie, you know, and the Hollister and all that. I was friends with the quote unquote nerds, and I did Special Olympics. Like, I was everywhere, man. I wanted to be friends and cool with everybody. So what y'all see on this podcast, even the energy that I bring sitting with this gentleman who I've never met before, this is who I am, bro. I've always been cool with everybody. Like, I was the popular athlete in high school. I was a star player on the football team, varsity basketball, track, you know, went to state for track. But my love branched out to everybody, bro.
Yeah, that's
and
amazing.
my favorite thing you said, bro, I never gave a damn about what political side of the aisle you sit on.
For real, bro.
Bro, I don't care, bro. I do not give a damn, because I'll say something I've never said on this podcast. For me, it bothers me that I come from the projects of St. Louis. I come from poverty. But there's a white kid who grew up in poverty as well. Mm-hmm. But the only thing that differs me and him is he'll say he's Republican, and I'll potentially say I'm Democrat, which I know I don't fuck with either. But my point is,
yeah, for sure,
he grew up like me.
Yeah.
If he grew up in the trailer park, his daddy probably was drunk, on drugs, going to prison. Mama probably was on drugs. He saw violence. He saw crime. We the same, but that political bullshit is what makes me and him go, nah, we cool, bro. You like them ideologies and I don't. Man, fuck all that, bro. Like, I hate that shit, Froster, bro.
Talk to him, bro.
I hate it, bro.
Do you know what is crazy, bro? I'm the exact same way. I do not have time for this. Do we have opinions? Yeah. Do I care enough to not like you because you have a different... Bro, why is the world like this now? I don't get that. And we have a new merch design. Actually, it's an old merch design, but we're bringing it back here at the end of the year. And it on the back of the shirt, you know, we got our Your Life is Worth Living shirts, but this one says, refuse to be enemies. That's our message. Refuse to be enemies. It's man, there's like a little paragraph on the bottom, and one of the sentences in that paragraph is, in a world full of hate, we choose to love. It's truly a choice. It's truly a choice. You choose to like, no one's telling you have to be this.
No, bro.
Nobody's telling you have to dislike that person because they believe it's your choice. Yeah. So I choose to not have enemies. I just don't. I don't. At this pop-up today already, we've had someone coming up that definitely is on one side, you know. And then we had someone coming up that's definitely on the other side. Both of them got my love. Both of them got my discount.
That's right.
That's
right.
Bro. And both of them left knowing that they're a part of our family, bro. And you know what? I think that it's not just us, thankfully. I think we're going to start a little revival here.
I do too.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, bro.
Because I think our generation's over it, bro. And I really don't think it is our generation.
Oh, no, it was definitely before us.
Yeah, I agree. I think our generation's tired of the nonsense. Honestly, I think we just want to, at least I hope, this is my experience, we just want to come together. We want to love. We want to have a good time. And we want to enjoy this one life. This is the only life we've been given. The only life we've been given. And people out here wasting time so mad about some random politician that they will never have a conversation with, probably never see in person. It's like, man, I don't got time for that. That same politician that if you was getting evicted wouldn't come and help you out. Come on now, for real, bro.
So for me, like, and I'm so glad, man, you could, be on that point together, because I just think I believe that's where we headed, truthfully, because I'm a 90s baby, y'all. For me, we grew up, and listen, you're looking at I know I'm charismatic and all of that. You're looking at a gentleman from one of the worst hoods in St. Louis. I grew up enjoying white shit. Mark, I love the shit I was seeing on MTV. Green Day is one of my favorite groups, goddammit. Yeah, you know what I mean? I know Wake Me Up with September ends. That's my shit. That's my jam. That's my jam, bro.
That's how I'm feeling right now, bro. September, the busiest month of my life.
I'm telling you, so I grew up loving You want to know who the most famous wrestler in the hood, Mark? Jeff Hardy is one of the most famous wrestlers in the hood. We all wanted to be Jeff Hardy, bro. We all stood up on top of shit and did shit like this and jumped off on it. Hey, so I just hate the divide, bro, because once again, bro, I went to school with some white kids, bro, that, you know, allowed me in their home, bro, and like I couldn't grow up with that sentiment of, man, I can't fuck with white folks because I just know some great people, man, and I'm talking about I went to school with white boys, grew up on rural farms, super conservative. Some of the best men I ever met in my life. Mm-hmm. Only because they didn't take heed to what they was being taught. Definitely. They was like, man, I'm cool, Pops. I know that's how you grew up, but definitely, John, my boy, we cool.
Yeah, for real.
And that's the beauty in what we doing, bro. So I believe us 90s babies and 2000s babies, I truly believe we are going to, by the time we old as hell, I truly believe we're going to change all that. That's
I just want to say one more thing because I never talk about this.
Yeah.
This is the first time. This is the closest to politics I ever got before.
Let's get into it. Brother Knowledge, my brother. What's up, baby? Go ahead, Foster. Don't let him do it. That's Brother Knowledge. That's my dog Foster right there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You, bro. But yeah, man, I was just gonna say when I was up in Maryville at college, I didn't have TV. I didn't even have a TV. I didn't know what was going on in the world. And apparently what was going on is craziness because I get back here and there's all this divide. When I was in college, bro, no TV, no problems. Everyone was cool. I mean, you had your little beefs with like, you know, you were at this intramural game. And, but bro, it's like if you just turn the TV off, man, the world is so much better than the media. It almost feels like it's designed, and that's a whole deeper conversation.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
But I do believe that there's a little bit of a design because a community that's comes together is a powerful community, but a divided community is you lose all your power. So in a way, I don't even want to get too deep into that, but I feel like it's designed, bro, and I feel like it's nonsense. If you turn the TV off, bro, there's a belief I have that we're a lot more alike than we are unalike. But
I've said that on this podcast before,
yeah, bro. But the media wants to make you think that we're so different.
Sure.
Yeah, bro, so I don't got time for none of that.
We all know it's beauty in that as far as media purpose. Once again, like I think Mark alluded to earlier, if me and this gentleman was to do something to each other, it'll make way more news than if me and Brother Knowledge did something to each other, or if me and Mark did something to each other, or vice versa, or if Foster did something to one of his white homeboys. The media is propaganda. Don't ever get it fucked up. So that's why I choose not to let that shape my opinion on things, bro. Because like I said before, a poor white boy from the suburbs, he know exactly how I grew up.
Yeah.
Trust me. He grew up in them trailer parks. They had nothing. Section 8, food stamps. Daddy, drunk as hell, beating on his mama late at night. Mama doing what she got to do. We are more alike than we are different, bro. That's why I don't feed into that politician bullshit, bro. And furthermore, those people are rich.
Yeah, facts.
There are no broke politicians, bro. All them motherfuckers come from money. I would be shocked if you found me a politician who came from nothing and just was like, I made it. I'm sure it's some, but my point is, I'm not gonna let people with millions of dollars affect how I treat you. When me and you both pay taxes and paying bills every day. I don't give a damn about where you come from. Brother Knowledge, let me ask you a question, because you get real deep. Oh, yeah. On this topic, me and my dog Foster, we've been chopping it up. What are your thoughts on the agenda to divide us as a nation with things like capitalism divides you, unfortunately, but things like capitalism, things like politics. What are your thoughts on the divide that goes on here in the United States of America?
So I'm going to keep it short. I'm not going to get too deep.
Absolutely.
But
that's you, Foster, if you need it, bro. If you need
so it's also, people look at racism, and I look at it as classism, because racism was invented to keep people apart. If the classes got together, the top could never it would never be up there. So if all the people in the same tax bracket got together and said, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, we'd all be good. But if you divide the tax brackets up into you're white, you're Mexican, you're black, you're this, you're that, hey, you're not black if you don't vote for me. You're not white if you don't vote for me. Now that's split, and that's where all the power is. It's power and unity. The moment they divide us, we got nothing. That's what happens.
Yep.
I thank you, man. Now look, Mark. First of all, how we doing? Because I'm chilling with a busy man here. How we looking on time, baby?
I got time.
55.
55. Good. I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah, I got time too. I mean, he's holding it down. I feel the orders coming in right now.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing out there, bro.
Let me ask you a question, bro, because your mission, everything you do when you go to these, speaking events and, with your brand, the podcast episodes, you always making sure everybody else is good. You always making sure everybody else mental is on point. How are you doing though?
Bro, somebody asked me that this week, bro, and I was like, man, no, I don't know. I feel like outside of my wife, like I don't get that a lot, but
yeah,
I feel like I'm blessed, man. Truly, I feel like I'm blessed. I feel like I know what it feels like to be down, and I feel like I'm just not there right now. But I will say at the same time, you know, there's a lot that I'm balancing. I'm balancing my job, which roofing sales, man, it sounds like, you know, it's just like a job, right? But no, you got to balance so much, man. You got to deal with the public. You got to deal with, my memory has just been so, you know, it's just growing. My memory's growing. Like I'm growing in that area because I have to remember so many things through. That job alone is a lot, but then I got to balance, you know, speaking gigs. I get multiple emails a day for trying to lock these things down. And, you know, there's so much that you don't know about. When you see me go speak, you don't understand the track meet, the hurdles I had to jump to get there, bro. And then, you know, I got merch that we're dealing with. We're trying to schedule a podcast season right now, and my brain is scattered, you know, but at the same time, you know, I'll be straight up honest. This week was a very difficult week for me. The past 2 weeks were very difficult for me because I'm waking up at 6. And I leave my apartment at 6:30. I'm not getting home till 10:30.
Right.
And like, yeah, I get to see my wife she'll stay up. She works the next day, and she does preschool teaching, so she has no energy.
Shout out to all the teachers, yes, sir.
She'll still stay up with me and like be there for me when I get home and stuff, and we'll get to hang out for 30 minutes. But it's been a lot going on this past week. But at the end of the day, and I was thinking about this last night. I was like, man, why am I feeling bad for myself? Mm-hmm. Everything that's gone on this week, I've still got to call my dad every day. I still got to call my mom every day. I still got to talk to my wife every day. Got to see my brother. Got to see my grandparents. Bro, I'm 25. I still have all 4 of my grandparents. That's such a blessing. So,
for sure.
So for me to even pretend that I'm having a bad day is selfish.
Bro.
It's selfish of me. So I could sit here and say that, I could throw a pity party and get into all these problems, but I don't got time for that because I'm so blessed more than anything. Through all of it, bro, because now the perspective that I've gained in my life is I know what a bad day is now. You know, the day I lost my best friend, that was a bad day.
That's a bad day.
But the day I'm sitting in traffic and this car cuts me off and that's not a bad day. That was
that's real,
that was
bro.
an annoying moment.
Yeah.
But I mean, back in the day, maybe that would have really, really like brought me down, really ruined the day for me. But now I'm just like, man, a lot could go on, but I know what a big deal is. You know, and a truly a bad day is coming for all of us because, you know, living on this earth, death exists. So, you know, either you're going to pass away or somebody you love is going to pass away eventually, right? So that means a bad day is coming for all of us.
For sure.
So on the days whenever, you know, you're busy. Annoying tax letters come in the mail like what happened to me this past week.
Yeah.
But that's still a great day, bro. Because at the end of the day, I still got everyone I love with me. And yeah, so that's just that mindset has allowed me to say I'm blessed. I don't care about all the nonsense that happened this past week,
right?
Because there was a lot of it, but I'm still grateful. I'm still good, man.
Now I want to ask you this though about public speaking. Do you remember your first public speaking gig,
bro? All right, so you want to talk about my first professional one or my first like?
Give me both.
All right, so listen to this, bro. I'm in high school freshman year. We're doing like a presentation over like what a cell is, and we had to make this diagram. I was so nervous to do this presentation. I got up, my hands were shaking, like, you know, like the nucleus of the cell is like a ball. So I had like a ball in there. I was shaking so much the ball fell off. Like in front of the whole class, I was like, man, I'm terrified to be in front of people talking. But so fast forward to be where I am now. It's kind of crazy to think. But my first one for real was we were at this, and this is not my first professional one. This is another one of my first before I was doing speaking. Yeah. I was a part of this organization called Student Leadership Team at my high school. We went to the middle school, did a mental health thing, and they opened up the mic. They said, whoever wants to come share a story, mic's open. Yeah. I just felt a nudge to go grab it. I grabbed it, talked for these 8th graders, told my story. I had 8th graders reaching out to me for like the next 2 years, telling me that day made a huge impact in their life. So that was part of the inspiration to get into it. And my real first professional speaking engagement was at Missouri State. Shout out AD Pie out at Missouri State. They had one of their members pass away to suicide. Yeah. And when I heard about that, I immediately reached out because I was like, man, I know what they're going through. I want to be there for these girls. And so about 5 months later, it worked. And I got it set up. Yeah. Completely free. It was just a volunteer thing. And man, that day is the day I knew this is gonna be something I really need to get into. And then from there, was kind of dry for a while, but then I got asked to go speak at Mizzou. That went great.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever got paid to speak.
Yeah.
And
how did that feel, bro?
It felt amazing.
Right.
And what's funny is I don't want to get into specifics.
Right, for sure.
But I called my grandpa like in tears. My grandpa that owns the business. I was like, I'm getting paid to speak. It's coming true. What they paid me, I won't even do.
I don't know why, because it's not even important. Because I just know the feeling of doing something that with purpose, and I got paid.
Yeah, but the thing is, what they paid me that day is like not even close to what. And I'm so grateful.
That's right.
I do a lot for free still. If you look at my speaking engagements, 60% of them, if not more, are free, just on my own time. But the fact that I this presentation people feel is worthy enough to put money towards, bring me in, and plus if I'm gonna build a business out of it, that's just part of the whole thing. But it's just a blessing, and more than anything, when I'm there giving that talk, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And when it ends, the response that I get, and we bring some merch with us and we sell it at like the price we buy it for, essentially. Right. So people go crazy about it. You know, just from that event alone, there's going to be 60 to 200 to 1,000 people leaving the event with shirts. They're going to impact all the people in their community just by wearing a shirt. I don't know if you saw the reel I put out, and it's going to be the most recent reel on our Instagram, but a guy named Virgil Bryant, he was my last podcast guest. He was on there talking about how when he saw the shirt, he literally started crying on the podcast talking about it.
No, I saw that episode. I watched that one. He came with his family.
Yes, he came with his family.
Yeah, I saw that episode, brother. I look proud of you for sharing that story. That was touching.
Shout out Virgil Bryant. But it just, I remember when I started this, people were like, it's a cool shirt, but because I would tell people, I'm like, you're going to make an impact through wearing this. They're like, yeah, right. Bro. You should see the DMs that I get. You should see the messages that I get sent to me. And then the podcast clip right there was like the most pure example of the impact that's being made through what we're doing. And I'm so grateful for it.
And how'd you come up with the name? Cause it's just, or your life is worth living.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where did that come from?
Well, so I was going to do the quote, "You are worthy."
Okay.
It just didn't hit for me though. I just didn't feel confirmation. Everything I do, I don't do until I feel confirmation.
I hear that.
So I wasn't feeling confirmation on "You are worthy." But then I just thought of, and I was praying about it a lot, but I thought about the quote, "Your life is worth living." I felt like it's the perfect call out. Like, your life is worth living. Like,
no, it's a beautiful message.
You read that and you feel like it's talking to you.
For sure.
Yeah, because "you are worthy" is I don't know. It's just not as direct. I like how direct and like
your life is worth living.
Yeah. It's just such a direct statement, man. And when I heard God tell me that in my head, or whatever happened in my head when I first heard "Your life is worth living" in my head, I was like, we got to do it. And that was our season 3 drop, and that was the first time we really had a drop go crazy. And then we came up with our design. That was a whole different design with the quote, but now our design that you see now, man, it's incredible. And the paragraph at the bottom is a shorter version of the message that I sent the girl, the kid's cousin, 2 days before. It's a shorter version of that message I sent her that said it saved her life. So I'm like, if I put that on the shirt, man, who knows who will impact. And I'm just saying, man, it's made a huge impact. And
I know that's right.
Yeah, and we got thousands of shirts all around Kansas City. We now have thousands of shirts around Dallas. Shout out Dallas, Texas. We're starting to build a lot. Yeah, and I just figured, go out there once, sell a couple hundred shirts. You got 100 billboards walking around the city.
Right.
Go out there again, sell a couple hundred more. Go out again, sell a couple hundred. Bro, we've sold 1,000 shirts through pop-ups, and then now we get a ton of orders through Dallas. So Dallas is a big, what do you call it, a hub? I don't even know what you call it.
I love Dallas.
Area.
One of my homeboys, a high school football coach. I frequent down there often. I'll be down there for Halloween weekend this year.
Hey,
I love Dallas.
Love Dallas, man. Shout out to everybody in Dallas.
Shout out to Dallas, man.
Shout out to Arkansas. Shout out to Columbia. Shout out to Des Moines. Maryville. Shout out to Mary. Bro, we have all these little pockets. And the coolest part is when we do these traveling events is I see people and I'm like, oh, this is the community we have here.
Yeah.
Like, this is the community of people we got here. We go to Columbia. I see those people. I see. What sucks is that with the colleges, they graduate, so then they leave.
True, no, that's real. No, that's right.
But still, like, Dallas, you see the Dallas people. The Arkansas people love those people.
Shout out to Arkansas, man.
Oh, everybody. For real.
Man, shout out to Arkansas now. Shout out to Arkansas. Now, what was it like, though, when you did your first speaking event at a university? Because you said the first one, 8th graders. What was it like? Now you're doing universities.
Man, it's...
and companies.
Yeah, The company one was crazy because they all spoke Spanish.
Okay, gotcha.
And I don't speak Spanish, so we had a translator.
Yeah, I hablo español a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, no, I introduced myself. I was like, hola, me llamo Foster Huggins. And they were
that's
like,
how you do it.
And I was like, that's all I got, guys. Translator, though, hooked me up. And,
Yeah.
man, it was awesome because there were Spanish-speaking individuals in tears after the event. I'm like, we connected and we don't even speak the same language, bro.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. But when you say what it was like, I mean, I was a little, okay, actually the first one I was nervous.
Okay.
I went into the bathroom, bro, and I like looked at myself and I was like, I had to give myself a pep talk. Because I had that like feeling in my stomach like I was gonna puke or something.
I hate that fucking feeling.
Yeah, it was like the Lose Yourself by Eminem song. Like
that was on my high school playlist back in the day.
Yeah, Mom Spaghetti was about to be coming out.
Mark, that was on your playlist football, right? Or no?
Had to have been. Bro.
Had to be. Thank you,
Back
Foster,
then,
bro.
I mean,
you had to have had it on there, bro. If you ain't get the hell out, if you ain't have Eminem Lose Yourself on there, you just go on exit left. I knew you wasn't shit in high school. I knew it, Mark. I knew it. Your playlist wasn't shit, brother. My bad,
what do you
baby.
have on there?
Who you have on there, Mark? Give me one.
I had "In the End" by Linkin Park. That was
Okay.
That was a big one for me.
That's a good one. All right.
I had a couple System of a Down songs.
Okay. No
Yeah.
AC/DC. It's out from the projects, and I had that on my playlist. That TNT shit. Cause I'm TNT. Hey, bro, I used to turn shit up to that, bro. Look,
That's
Mark,
sick,
you know
man.
I'm cultured, baby. You know what I'm saying? They think because look, Brother Knowledge, they think we don't like white shit because we come from the projects, baby. We love white shit. You know what I mean? We diverse, man. Rob Dyrdek is my guy. I almost had me some DC shoes, but the dudes in the hood wouldn't allow it. I couldn't have walked through the hood with no DC shoes on. I'd have got beat the fuck up. Hey, look, Rob Dyrdek, I love your shit, but DC, I couldn't rock that shit.
Hey, I mess with like that because like y'all from you say the projects
Yeah.
and you mess with that like rock music. I will say though, my boys from the suburbs bumping that hood stuff. I don't know about that
Always.
sometimes, man.
But
I'm
listen.
like, man, y'all came from like upper middle class,
Yeah.
and you talking like you from.
But it shows the connection that we speaking about.
That's
though.
true, bro.
It's art.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? At the
for
end
sure,
of the day, yeah, you may not have lived it. I didn't know nothing about what fucking Green Day and them was talking about. I loved it. It was my jam. You know what I mean? But that goes to the point basically that I hope a lot of people get out of what I do. What Foster does is like, bro, come together, bro. Like we so
Definitely.
powerful together, no matter what religion,
Definitely.
race, class, like it doesn't matter, bro. Like we are all operating on this planet and we get one life to live. First, I'll be damned, you said it earlier, I'll be damned I live my one life mad at you because you a fucking Republican, because
Come
you
on
white,
now,
or
bro.
because you rich. I don't give a damn, brother. Baby, I hope you're doing well in life. God bless you. I'm going to go on this way and keep living my life. I don't give a damn about none of that shit.
For
Foster.
real, bro.
I don't care about that.
My barber is Muslim. I'm obviously Christian.
Yeah.
And I'd die for that man, bro. Like, I don't care, bro.
See, nah, that's real shit right
dude,
there.
And so we play like backyard football when we were kids, and he'd bring like all of his Muslim friends. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking like 8 Muslim kids, and then like all of us kids, bro. We're all brothers, you know. It's like I just don't have time for any sort of separation. Truthfully, I just love everybody, bro.
I love everybody.
And that was my advice to the entrepreneurs.
Yep.
Love everybody, bro. First of all, you're gonna live a more fulfilled life, but second of all, you're gonna, get some, good karma back
Yes.
from it. But anyways, back to when I was speaking, bro. I was so nervous, man. But when I went out there, like I said, I felt like I was right where I needed to be. Feeling that response, I knew it was my calling, bro.
Yep.
And I dove into it, bro. And now, so I was at Turner Construction 2 weeks ago. This week I'm going to Drury. I'm going to Westminster. Next week I'm going to Missouri State for all the student athletes.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. And then the next week, this is crazy, bro. I'm going to be speaking for 25 school districts in 1 week. And it's
So you just going to be going from...
now listen, thankfully I don't got to do my thing 25 times. These are tiny school districts up in Nottoway County in Missouri. But they're tiny school districts, so it's only 5. It's 5 speaking engagements for 25 districts.
Yeah.
But bro, we're gonna reach, this message of your life is worth living is gonna reach 5,000 kids. Bro, I cannot wait, man.
Hey, man, I'm proud of you, bro, because like I
Thank
said
you,
before,
bro.
I'm just big on affecting the youth. Like,
Definitely.
because we are adults, we've gone through life, man, we would be wrong not to reach back and try to help our youth. And
Most definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Try to give them some nuggets that we possibly didn't get. Like Foster was saying, us 90, well, everybody before, I'll say, if you was born from 2010 forward, I won't even go that far. Let's just say 2010 forward. Your father probably raised you with the old school way how men handle things. I know I got it. I was raised by man's. Don't talk much. Man, a few words, but profound once he speaks, so pay attention.
Definitely,
but
yes.
The whole emotional part of it wasn't part of the deal. It wasn't cool to be emotional, vulnerable. Yeah. It wasn't cool to tell another man you hurt my feelings. It was cool if I hit you in the face, but it wasn't cool for me to say, hey, bro, you hurt my feelings, bro.
Definitely.
And if you didn't say that, I wouldn't be feeling this way.
Now, at the same time, there's a balance, though, because you don't, there's a balance. And we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this because, yes, it's so important to feel your emotions through these traumatic situations, bro. We've all had them, losing a friend, losing a family member, or even in just other experiences that are truly traumatic.
Yeah.
But, if you get a little bump on your knee, bro, we don't need to be doing all the, I don't know.
That's a good point, too.
Yeah,
I like that.
There's a balance to it, man. And there's also lessons you got to teach your kids, especially your sons,
Sure.
You got to find that balance. And it's called meekness. Do you know that word? Meek?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, it's I want to name my first son Meek. I don't know if it's a good name for a kid, but it's such an important quality.
The white community gonna hate you. They're gonna be like, what the hell? What are you doing?
Yeah, you should hear me and my wife's baby names.
No.
My whole family's like, what you talking about?
What are you doing?
But anyways, bro, it's having great strength, but having it under control. Knowing when to use your strength, and then on the other side, knowing when to use your emotions. If you go through something very traumatic, you need to feel the pain. You need to feel this, because pain is progress. But if it's another situation like something little, which I can't even, for some reason I can't think of something little right now, but you gotta you gotta find a balance. You gotta find the areas where you just gotta they say man up. That's a thing.
That's a thing. No, it's a thing.
I do agree. We don't need to have no softies out here.
No.
But we also don't need to have the trauma induced like bitter people in their older days, like the guy I dealt with this past week.
Or just episodes. I think my father always preaches balance. Once again, see, me and bro come from two different walks of life. Yeah. My father's main message to me and my big brother was balance. Yeah. Everything in life is balance, son. You can't have too much of this, can't have much of that. Keep it right where it need to be. Like you said, as men, we are made to go through things.
Definitely.
To the young men of the world, y'all in high school, college, life is going to kick you in the ass sooner or later.
Definitely.
Life going to bring you to your knees, and as a man, you must stick your chest out and go, I'm walking through this, because it's going to happen.
Hey, can I say one more thing?
Oh, go ahead. No, we got time for it.
This week, I was talking about how crazy this week was and how much, honestly, that there was so much on my plate this past 2 weeks, and I was feeling bad for myself. Honestly, yesterday I was feeling a little bad for myself. And then another perspective change I had was I sat back and I'm like, view life as a weight room. I'm so grateful I had a lot on the bar, bro.
Yeah.
And I like it that. Felt like, when, for me, I'm a little guy. So when I squatted 2 plates in high school, I was like, that's a big deal.
That was for me too. I was skinny as hell in high school.
Yeah. I'm still skinny now, but definitely I feel like this past week it felt like I just squatted the 2 plates. It felt like I just lifted the heavy bar. Yeah. And that perspective change was huge for me. Instead of feeling sorry for, oh my gosh, I was so busy, I got screwed over in these ways. No, man, I had so much on the bar this week and it was so heavy, and I lifted that baby, and I actually hit a couple reps with that baby and put it back.
Hey, Foster, bro, let me tell you something. Every man that hits the gym is excited about this nugget. I'm still in that. You feel what I'm saying? I may say it before this episode drops so y'all can think I came up with it. That is a dope ass analogy, bro.
Dude, I just thought of that.
That is dope,
this
bro.
This is fire. Yeah.
You gotta listen. Never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing, man. You gotta get that on a t-shirt, something, because for everybody that's the perfect analogy. When you lift that 225, it's nothing like it because you went through it. It was heavy as shit. You probably needed a spotter to be right there, but not touch it. But you got it up and racked it. That is a phenomenal analogy,
for real.
Bro.
And then the week ends with the Chiefs looking so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like,
what do you feel about your franchise? You feel what I'm saying? We've discussed. Well, I didn't discuss mine because I'm just gonna. I could have said it, but what do you feel about your franchise, brother? Y'all lost a lot. Go ahead, brother. Well, I'm asking Brother Knowledge about his. We almost done with the podcast. I'm asking Brother Knowledge about his 49ers. Give me a second.
So, unlike most football fans, I'm a realist about my team.
Okay.
I see when we've lost. I see what we've gained. We ain't gained when we lost.
Oh man, I like this.
So I don't see I see a big part. The coach. That's why he the coach and I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't see magnificence.
Yeah.
I see mediocrity.
Do you see playoffs? Because y'all division ain't shit.
So that's what I'm saying. So if this division, if they can get more wins and losses, yes.
Yeah.
And it may be by 2.
Right.
But I don't see them doing much in it. Yeah. They surprised me every time they went to Super Bowl.
No, that's true. Now, Foster, let me ask you this, brother, before I let you get up out of here. Just listening to you, doing my research on you, religion is a big part of who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
How has religion brought you to this point, just through life? You know what I mean? You've gone through, major losses and things like that, business and things of that nature. What has religion done for Foster Huggins?
So religion actually didn't do much.
Okay.
But I the way I see it is, my wife really taught me this. It's not about religion. It's about having a relationship with Jesus, right?
That's right.
So that's what.
I love that.
That's because I grew up religious.
Me too.
I knew all the prayers. I knew all this. Kneel here, get up here, say this. I knew all that, but I didn't do a whole lot. But what I've learned is that we're made in God's image, which essentially means we're made to live life like Jesus, and that's impossible because He's perfect.
Right. That's right.
But it's not about being perfect. It's about doing your best to follow that path. And also having the comfort and the peace, knowing that, kind of like what I told you about my wife, anything could happen to me, anything could happen in this life, and it's okay because this life is temporary anyways. We got heaven ahead.
That's right.
So, that for me has really given me confidence. That's actually where all my confidence comes from, is knowing that, honestly, it's not that deep, like that's part of the reason, when bad things happen to me, I'm actually could find a sense of gratitude in that.
Right.
Like, I'm grateful for this test because it's just going to make me stronger. I don't sit here and, the world's coming to an end. Man, the world could come to an end. It's okay because I know we got heaven ahead, and I don't believe that in like just a hopeful way. I truly just believe that that's like the facts, man.
Yeah.
Like I just can't see another way. Think about this. I thought about this the other day. Pretend, and this actually comes from Instagram reels. I'm gonna steal this from somebody's Instagram reel.
We all stealing and reposting and tagging all
for
kinds
real,
of shit.
bro. Pretend there's like another planet just like Earth, but there's just no clouds, no clouds at all. And then you go explain to someone on that planet about what a cloud is. There's these big puffy things that float in the sky. Sometimes they strike things, set it on fire, blow things up. Sometimes they turn into a tornado and tear down people would be like, what the heck? I don't believe you. I don't believe in that at all.
Yeah.
Okay, but we just kind of accept clouds as like just reality. We're just used to it. It's just normal. That's kind of how I feel about God. I'm like, you mean to tell me that all the biology with our whole body, this just like magically like accidentally happened? Like I feel like we as humans and the whole world has been so uniquely designed. I just feel like there's no possible way it was just some accident. Like
that's how I feel, bro.
That's the way I see it.
Just like for me, it's like when I just watch nature. Yeah, I know if you're a fan of the podcast, Planet Earth is one of my favorite documentaries. That's my shit. You know what I mean? I've always liked, those type of documentaries. But when I watch nature operate with no human interaction,
yes,
is some of the things that help me believe, it's definitely higher power. Because how is all this ecosystem just going on without me intervening, without human touch?
Yeah, definitely.
Just going. Food chain and this organism eats this one to poop and eat to feed that. It's just, shit is just designed, bro, where it's like, somebody got a hand in this shit.
And you mean to tell me.
That's what I said. There are animals who eat the, wait, brother, look. Brother Knowledge, look.
He said it'll, without human interaction, to poop and eat, this shit.
I said animals.
Yeah, but you could have said shit the first time. Why'd you say poop?
Well, shit. Because now this, Brother Knowledge. I'm trying to, appease to all audiences, brother.
Bro, 5 words
poop.
later, you said shit.
That's fine. So what I'm saying is, exactly. So look, let me teach Brother Knowledge something, brother. Yeah, let me teach you something.
Knowledge isn't his name.
No, for sure. Because he knowledge about certain things, but this podcast, no, that's right. But on this podcast shit, I'm Brother Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They learn from me. What I did with that, brother, is I appeased one demographic, right? And let's just say I wanted to cut that clip up without the curse word, bang. But then the next one, I said shit.
This man's onto something low key.
Don't fuck with me, Brother Knowledge. Speaking is God given. We talking about God, brother. This shit God given. You can find me your best journalist at Harlem. I'll talk his ass under the table, goddamn. Hey, Mark, I don't really like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, before I let you go, what message, if you could just give any message to the world, and I know this is tough because it's a loaded question. You could give me a million different answers.
Yeah.
If you could give advice to the world, especially in Suicide Prevention Month, what advice would you give to the world?
just to remember that your life is worth living, even in your lowest moment. Like, bro, even in your moment where, you lose your best friend or something horrible happens, life is still worth living because here's the deal, bro. When I went through that, and I was, like I told you, I was feeling some suicidal thoughts. If I would have acted on that, we would not be here right now.
That's right.
This brand would not be around the town, around the Midwest, around the country.
Yeah.
All that has happened since then, all the blessings, I would have never met my wife. I would have never had my dog. We're probably going to have a kid here in a couple of years. I'll never have a kid, man. All the good that has happened. But I really didn't believe there was any good at a time, back in 2017 when this all went down. But I just had this belief that life is still worth living. My life is still worth living, and I just kept going. And life kept, here's the deal about life, right? So there's highs and there's lows. This is a great thing my dad told me is the bad days won't last forever and the good days won't last forever. So when you're on those good days, really enjoy them because, life comes in waves. A bad day is coming, and when you're on your lowest moment, when you're at rock bottom, great thing about rock bottom is the only way you could go from there is up,
that's
right?
real shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Foster, that's some real shit
For
there.
real. So, I felt like
that's a dime right there, bro.
I felt like I was at rock bottom. I felt like there was no direction for me to go.
Yeah.
It couldn't get worse. And that's when I realized, man, it can only get better then, right?
No, that's real.
And it got better. I'm telling you, it got a lot better. So that's what I got to say to anybody out there. I don't know what y'all going through watching this, but, your life is worth living, and there are better days ahead. If you are feeling like you're at the lowest, there's better days ahead, and I'm living proof of that. I'm sure you're living proof of that.
You damn
I was
right.
going to say, I want to get you on my podcast. We need to set that up.
Please, brother, because I love being a guest, man.
Yeah,
it's hard
definitely.
goddamn work setting up these questions. I like to sit back sometimes and just get asked questions sometimes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to DM you, bro.
We're going to do it, bro.
Now, listen. Let me get this man up out of here. Like I said before, you entrepreneurs ain't doing it like my dog Foster, okay? He got a pop-up shop going up right now while he's doing the podcast, okay? He's going to leave here, go back to the pop-up shop. So let me get him up out of here. Listen, make sure you follow my dog on all social media platforms, whether it be the brand, whether it be Underwater Fly Zone, make sure you follow everything. Book him for a speech engagement if you need him, you know what I'm saying? Book John as the manager, so I like to just get my little 3% off top.
I got you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. If anybody tells me.
See that? Hey, hold on, brother. Look, see, you fucking know what I got going on, brother. Stay out my business. Now, it's been another amazing episode. I done had my dog Foster come through, bless us with some game, with some dimes, with some knowledge. It's the I-70 Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and we out.